worthy sir. Who do we have here now? You look familiar. Aren't you with the Yablonets gang? You've wandered a long way from your patch, fella. This is our turf.
I don't belong to any gang.
No? Well, in that case, now I remember where I saw you. I saw you fighting in the town. Henry. Henry of, it is you.
Really? You go to tournaments?
Indeed I do. Best tournament butchery ever. You pile them up into a green heap like writhing snakes.
Eh?
Oh, aye. You're a tough fella.
Thanks. I'd love to have an ale with you sometime. You seem like a fine bunch. But I really have to get going. I need to sort something out.
Course you do. And show up at another tournament sometime. It's not the same without your fancy stuff.
All right. I'll go and give them all another drubbing.
Ha ha! Can't wait. We wolves will always be rooting for you. See you, champ. Damn, that was really him.
You're in a foul temper today, aren't you?
For fuck's sake. Bloody war's all we need.
Quick. Quick. Whoa, whoa.
My Christ.
What a beautiful
now?
horse.
Something you won't believe. I've traveled the whole world, and now I will tell you the amazing things I've seen and experienced. In the south, I saw a land without end, all covered in sand, hot and dry, with no fresh water. The people there called themselves the...
Greetings.
They have neither head nor neck.
I'm going to see Farkash. Do you know where I might find him?
I have no idea. But Chaplain Bohemil, or that foreign barber surgeon, might know. Or Milada in the bathhouse. She knows everything. Take care.
Covered with snow and rocks, where it's always night and green stars shine in the sky. There I saw some...
I'm looking...
He near
What does Las... Uh-huh.
Vurush like
Colour.
vegan.
Which tent belongs...
Big one.
Thanks. Sir Laszlo Farkash?
Yes.
I'm here on behalf of Sir Jan of Sukadleski. My task is to negotiate with you the terms for the release of his brother, Knight Peter.
Really?
He gave me a letter with his seal. Here.
Huh. Very well.
Can we discuss the matter?
Certainly. But please, allow me one question. Why has Jan sent an intermediary to handle such an important affair?
Well, since he came all the way here, there are some other matters he'd like to deal with. His brother's captivity is just an unpleasant hold for him that he'd like to get over and done with. Once we come to an agreement here, I'll see him at the inn by the oak to inform him.
I see. Personally, I too would like to close this matter quickly. I think it is in the interest of us both. So, let us begin.
Let's talk about the ransom.
Let us be sincere with you. Jan knew beforehand how much coin I would, but he still sent you here to haggle. But there is one more thing to negotiate about. If I return them, I want to...
think that's a reasonable demand. I'm sure Jan will be glad to pay more.
I am glad we under...
Where will the handover take place?
Once you pay the ransom, you can come and...
We'd rather do the handover on neutral ground. To be on the safe side.
Your master has given you exact instructions, has he? What is your idea then?
Why don't you invite the knight to the tavern by the oak? There'll be plenty of witnesses there, and we can sort this...
Where in the name of God did Jan dig you up? I do not intend to... I know of on the hill between Miskovitz and Horschen. There is a meal. We will have peace and quiet up there. And no...
Sounds good to me.
Once you leave, send the boy from the inn to the camp. He delivers supplies and...
I'd like to see the captive.
Out of the question.
Well, how am I to know whether you're really holding Peter of Sukadleski captive?
Indeed, trust is essential to negotiating. I trust that you are Jan's... And now...
But Jan...
It is I... And I say that you will not see the...
That should be every...
Edva!
Green stars shine in the sky. There I saw some...
Stop your gaping and move along.
How can I...
Show me your...
I was glad to be of help to you, sir.
Here it comes.
Nem kellett volna beleütnöd az orrodat!
Excuse me.
Oh, we didn't have such dice.
Can I have...
You complain?
What?
No.
Köszönöm, Istenem. Take your hands, Stacy.
This country full...
I'm not complaining about it.
That good.
A jugger! Meg fogod bánni!
It was you bastard! But instead, all I've got is diarrhea.
I'd like to learn... What are you interested... I hear... Fine.
Schön dich. Was brauchst?
What do you have for sale?
Danke. Das war ein gutes Geschäft.
Do you remember me?
Yeah.
Do you know where that map?
If I knew, then I would have found the treasure myself.
There was no treasure. It led me to... But that's not all. I went through their pockets, and one of them, the exact same map. Can you explain to me how there could be two maps exactly the same?
How should I know? I just found that map and sold it to you. I don't know.
Listen, I'm a nice enough fellow. I could make mincemeat out of you, but it wouldn't solve anything. We're both decent people, aren't we? Let's talk this over normally.
There's nothing to talk about.
Your pockets are probably empty. It's understandable. Got a family to feed, or maybe debts. But by robbing decent, God-fearing people, you're just paving the way to Hell's Gates. Are those few groschen worth eternal torture?
Probably not.
You see? Now what's the story with that map? Where did you get it?
I drew it.
What?
Yeah, I drew it.
But there was all kinds of writing on it. You don't know how to write, do you?
I do. I studied in Prague for a while.
Why did you leave your studies?
Money ran out. My parents helped with the fees. But once they passed, it got worse and worse. Now I'm trying to make money by building. And God willing, someday I'll return to the university. But that will probably take a long time yet. I'll make a little extra with those maps from time to time.
What did you use to actually draw that map? It leads right to an abandoned mine shaft. I don't believe you just made that up.
No. I found a similar one at school once in a book about my native region. I didn't really know much about it, so I just sold it. Except that money didn't last long. So from time to time I draw the map from memory and keep selling it. But in all that time, you're the first person to return and want their money back. The others just supposed they were looking in the wrong spot and let it be.
How many of those fake maps have you already sold?
I don't know. Whenever I get my hands on a piece of parchment, I draw one.
And you know that...
I know. It's not right. I'm sorry.
You sold me a worthless piece...
I'll give the money back.
You know what? You can keep it. But you'll go back to university as soon as possible. If you're lucky...
It's nice of you to take care for others like that. You know what? When I...
That's a good...
And if you ever need a handy worker, drop by.
I'd like...
What are you in?
I want to know...
All right, then.
Surprised you're still standing. You must have...
I'd like...
What do you want?
I need a...
I'll tell you.
Silly doggy.
Are you whistling here?
Good day to you.
Greetings.
Nice and slow. Quick. Quick! Go! God! Quick! Go! Quick!